The
next year they didn't lose any barriers. This year we
right back here is fine.
Well, good morning. I love being in Franklin and in Macon County. And it was raining early this morning. Say hi to y'all. It's been a long time.
Here's your paper.
Okay, I thought that was yesterday. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Thanks. Well, what I'd love to do is just one say, it's such an honor to be here. And I'm trying to get all across North Carolina so that I can listen to you, listen to your ideas, your concerns, and take them back to Washington. And these are sort of like open office hours in different communities throughout North Carolina. Because I want to bring my office to you. And I want people to know that constituent service is the hallmark of my office. I know we all remember Jesse Helms, and everybody knew that his office had great constituent service. So I've got Jennifer Johnson. Oh, Jennifer's not here today. But I've got Matt Rumley, who works in the Asheville office, and then Freddie Harrell, who is my key person throughout Western North Carolina. And then I've also got Curtis Laban, who does constituent service. And so what we have an opportunity to do, if you have any issues with the VA, the IRS, Social Security, or need a passport, anything like that, we can actually do casework and start a file going. I was holding one of these in Eastern North Carolina not too long ago, and this is just an example. One elderly couple came up to me and said, you know, we've got this 17.5% mortgage, we don't know how it happened and what we got into, and our office was able to work with them and their lender and get it down to about 4.5%. So we do a lot of work on foreclosures. We can't make magic, but we can certainly advocate your concerns and your issues. What I want to do is just give a little brief background of what's going on in Washington. I'm sure most of you know that. And then I want to go table to table. And then I'll get Matt and Curtis and Freddie to go to different tables, and we'll hit everybody. And I'd love to hear your issues and concerns. First of all, I know we're all concerned about the budget and the deficit. I served for 10 years in the state Senate, and was for 6 of those years was co-chairman of the budget in North Carolina. We balance our budget there. We obviously have got to make radical change in what we're doing in Washington. And that's why I was so pleased when Erskine Bowles, along with former Republican U.S. Senator Alan Simpson from Wyoming, came together, chaired this fiscal commission, put everything on the table, and I think it's come up with a very good plan. I don't agree with everything in it, but there's a group of senators that are working on that, and we're on our Easter recess right now. When we go back, I'm hoping that they'll have a draft ready, and we can start plowing into that. Admiral Mike Mullen, who's chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, has said that the biggest national security threat facing our nation today is our national debt. So we all know that that's a huge issue. We've obviously got the 2012 budget coming up that we'll be working on. The House has already put a plan on the table, the Ryan Plan, and it's called. I don't agree with that. I think that we don't need to do vouchers for Medicare. I can't imagine what it would be for an 85-year-old person to go out there and, on the open market that would be without Medicare, to go out there and have to purchase a health insurance plan. So but what we need to do is have Democrats and Republicans come together for the good of this country. And I am committed. I also don't think we need to privatize Social Security. We need to be sure that that is there for you who have earned it, and it will be there. I serve on a number of different committees in the U.S. Senate. I serve on the Senate Armed Services Committee. I've got, my father-in-law was a Major General in the Marine Corps. He passed away about a year ago at the wonderful age of 96. My dad and brother were both in the Navy. My husband was a Navy Vietnam veteran. I've got 2 nephews, Navy SEAL, And then I've got another nephew who graduated from the Air Force Academy, who flies the F-15E, and he's actually overseas right now. And I actually spent New Year's Eve in Afghanistan with our troops. In North Carolina, we have the 3rd largest military footprint in the nation. However, we're only 26th in the nation when we're looking at defense contractors doing business in our state. I'm all about jobs, 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 and we're working very hard on trying to get more defense contractors coming into our state to employ North Carolinians. And I also serve on the banking committee. I'm brand new on the banking committee this year. North Carolina is the 2nd largest banking hub in the nation. I think we need to have a representative sitting on that committee. I also serve on the education committee, the health, education, labor, and pensions committee, and also on the small business committee. And as I tour North Carolina, I know that small business is what's really creating the jobs in our state. And that's why I was pleased that we did get a small business jobs bill out last year. And what it did, we added $30 billion, which is accessible to community banks and independent banks, so they can then lend that money out to small businesses. Small businesses have been telling me all the time that they really have had a hard time borrowing money, accessing capital, so that they can grow, expand their business, and hire more people. We've got about a 9.8% unemployment in North Carolina. I know it's a lot larger in many places, so that's a huge concern. But I also say we have the best state in the nation. Let me tell you, when I'm up there and I hear people say to me all the time, how do you do what you're doing in North Carolina about education? Look at your university systems. Look at the fact we have 59 community colleges, just about a 30-minute drive anywhere in North Carolina. We do it right, and we need to continue doing that. So I am very honored to represent you in the U.S. Senate, and I'm really very proud of my staff and everybody in North Carolina. We have offices in Greenville, Raleigh, Greensboro, Charlotte, and Asheville, so that we can really look out over the whole state. And if you're ever in Washington, on Wednesday mornings, we have a Carolina coffee. And my whole office is open, from the receptionist and the wonderful people who answer the phones to my office. And it's from 9 to 10. If you're up there, your family members are there, your community, your neighbors, your churchgoers, come and join us. And we have a great cup of coffee and a Krispy Kreme donut. So what I'd like to do is just sort of start here and go around, and then if the other folks can go that way.
Mr. Gates had a presentation.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm with the Athletic Boosters Club, and last year we got to do the honor. Tommy Cave and I and Ronnie Bill was a major help doing a Salute to Veterans event at a home football game. And it was such a success. We will be doing it again. The next one is scheduled for the September 9th ball game. And I asked Ronnie Bill if there was some way we could get a flag that could be presented during that presentation last year, and he contacted Senator Hagan, and she graciously sent us a flag, and we have flown it at every home football game since we got it. So we want to present a special plaque to you and thanks for that.
Thank you.
Well, Rhonda said she was doing most of the talking, but most people know me. I'm chairman of the Macon County School Board. I'm waiting for her to say it. And I'm president of the Booster Club, so, and a former Navy submariner. So, on behalf of the veterans of Macon County, we'd like to present this plaque that says Franklin High School Athletic Booster Club recognizes Senator Kay Hagan as a #1 fan of the Franklin Panthers 2011.
I am honored.